Validating and filing transactions in ORESTAR is a key action that must be performed before the transaction becomes public. Failing to validate and file a transaction by the transaction's due date may result in a civil penalty. For the full legal and procedural requirements for reporting campaign finance transactions, see the Campaign Finance Manual. From the Transaction Add Edit page, after all the required fields for a transaction are complete, click on the Validate button at the top left of the page. One of several messages will appear once the transaction is validated. No validation errors means that the system has not detected any information to be missing. An informational status identifies missing information required by administrative rule, or it may be calling attention to a potential issue with the transaction. A warning status identifies missing information required by statute, or identifies that a transaction may be considered late. An error status prevents the transaction from being filed and must be corrected before the transaction can be submitted. If a validation message appears, review the transaction to see if the insufficiency can be corrected. For example, this transaction lists an error message indicating that the transaction must be associated. To correct the insufficiency, click on the Transaction ID to open the transaction information screen. Make the necessary changes, and click the Validate button to revalidate the transaction. Once you have entered and validated your last transaction, click on the Return to Transaction Queue button to be taken to your transaction queue. Any previously entered transactions that have not been filed will display in the queue. Ensure that all transactions have been validated by checking the Process Status column. If the process status of a transaction is new, that means it has not been validated. Select the validated transactions to be filed by clicking the Select All checkbox at the top of the column. There are two options to file the transactions: File or File when due. If File is selected, the transaction will file immediately. If File when due is selected, the transaction will not file until the transaction due date. After you have clicked File or File when due, you will be taken to the Attestation page. Read the attestation. Click File. You will be returned to your transaction queue. Shortly after clicking File, you will receive a filing report by email and in the Committee's Documents tab. Review the report to ensure that all transactions that have been filed are accurate. If File Due was selected, you will not receive a filing report, and your account summary balances will not update until the transactions are filed on their due date.